Kong's massive presence and strength gives him the ability to intimidate other creatures. Despite his large size, his tenderness and goodness allows him to feel and connect with humans. This alone makes him so likable and makes him as popular as he is today. We have saying in China, don't judge anyone by their appearance. True beauty lies within. This also relates Kong's situation. I play a character named San in this film. She's a biologist who has a firm pursuit for the truth in her own field. She looks very innocent and delicate on the outside, but in fact, she's really independent, knowledgeable, and determined. As a scientist, I think she's really devoted, and she knows a lot more than others in the group about all the creatures on Skull Island, including King Kong. This has been the most ever travel for one film. We started in Hawaii and then Australia, and we'll finish off in Vietnam. We've been to so many beautiful locations in each of these countries. Hawaii was tough because of the unpredictable rain. Australia, on the other hand, presented so many little creatures of its own on set. I remember one time I encountered both a huge caterpillar that landed on my head and a snake that was just under my seat, a snake. That was so scary. And Vietnam was the hardest one of the three. But what I can say is all locations have extraordinary views and beautiful landscapes.
I would describe it as a sort of adventure story, and it's about keeping the myth alive, ultimately, I think, is the theme of the story. And while there's been iterations of, a King Kong movie, it's never been told quite like this. It's a different era, and it doesn't have the classic New York love story between, a giant ape and, a small human. It's much more realistic, I think, than those previous iterations of the story. Yeah, well, my character's name is Slivko, and he's a young Huey pilot who had sort of just finished his stint in Vietnam, and all these guys, the Sky Devils, they thought they were going home, his group of soldiers, and so to kind of find out they have to go on this weird sort of mission to this unknown island, and no one really knows what they're doing there, but they're kind of just, they need some sort of military backup, which alone is sort of a red flag. And so I think he's sort of going into it without, just sort of blindly, and sort of following orders the way he has been for years. Jordan just has a real sense of spontaneity that you don't always see on a big movie like this. Sometimes you don't have the freedom or the time to really cater to every actor's individual needs, but he seems to really love his actors and give them each an opportunity to shine and bring their own ideas into it. And I never feel like I'm sort of pushed to the side as a supporting character, even though I am, but I feel like I can hold my own with, some of these acting legends that are, standing in front of me. And so it's been a real pleasure to work with him. He makes you feel very comfortable on set. Yeah.
So did you like that video? Do you think you know everything there is to know about movies? Well, today I have for you some interesting movie facts. 1941's You're in the Army Now features the longest Hollywood kiss on camera, clocking in at 3 minutes and 3 seconds. Chocolate syrup was used as the blood in the movie Psycho. Hitchcock himself thought the texture really helped to make it more realistic. Now, the longest film made is The Burning of the Red Lotus Temple. The film is over 27 hours long. Film executives were a bit nervous about casting Leonardo DiCaprio as the kid in The Quick and the Dead. As a result, and to show her confidence in the actor, co-star Sharon Stone paid his salary out of her own pocket. In The Lion King, one of the bugs that Timon pulls out of a log is wearing Mickey ears. Now, this is not the only case of Disney films pulling out other characters. The genie in Aladdin pulls Sebastian from The Little Mermaid out of his bag of tricks when looking through his spell book. In the Pirates of the Caribbean series, Johnny Depp wears contact lenses that function as sunglasses so that the character would not be constantly squinting. Not a bad idea. So, did you know these facts? Which ones? Do you know any interesting movie facts? Let me know in the comments below. I'm Lisa, and I'll see you next time.